I don't know if everything's going my way or not. What do we got going here? Well, I got a gas barbecue, and we just happen to have a gas outlet right here on the deck. I've never hooked one of these up before. Usually we'll get a propane tank, and see there's a hole here for a propane tank, and then we generally hook it up that way. But my neighbor gave this to me, and he gave me the hose and all that kind of stuff. We'll talk about all that stuff in a minute. If you want to see how I'm going to hook up this gas barbecue grill to the gas outlet that's on the deck, stick around. And there's lots more to it than meets the eye, and I'll explain that in a minute. Now, like I said, I got this from my neighbor. He was getting a new gas barbecue grill. He's a barbecue fiend, and he's real particular about his gas grills. He ended up deciding to get a new one. That's not what this is about, what kind of barbecue to get. This one happens to be a KitchenAid though, but he liked this one, but he got a special one that he got, and so he gave this one to me, and he says, hey, yeah, you can have it. And I said I was going to hook it up to the gas. He says, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll give you the hose, adapter, and all that kind of stuff. This hose screws onto there, and, you know, with this fitting here to that regulator. And then he said, yeah, it's easy to hook up. Now this one happens to have a quick disconnect. See this hose end? Obviously that's not going to fit on my end, is it? There's a quick disconnect that comes with that when you buy it. See, it's this little thing right here. This thing, I'll show you that in a second. He didn't want to give me his on his gas outlet on his deck. He says, nah, I'm going to keep it because if he gets a gas heater out on his deck, he'll just get another hose and stuff and hook it on his disconnect. He says, just go to the store and get one of those. Well, do you know, I went to, what was it, 4 different places to try to get just the quick disconnect so that I could hook it onto this. Home Depot didn't have it. Lowe's didn't have it. Where else did I go? Ferguson's Plumbing, they didn't have it. And then a wholesale air conditioning or a sprinkler outlet. Oh, look at these people here. They're going down the river too. That's kind of fun to do. That's cool. And they didn't have it. And then I actually called up a gas barbecue grill and outdoor backyard place over the phone, and he says, oh no, we don't have that, but we have the whole kit. Of course they'll sell you the whole kit like this, that comes with the hose, the quick connect coupler, that's what that is, and a regulator with hose and all that kind of stuff. They'll sell you all that for almost $100. This right here. And my neighbor gave that to me just in case I needed it. And I thought, no, I'm not going to buy all that. All I'm going to do is get the quick disconnect. Nobody had them. They had a 3/8 disconnect that looked exactly like this, but they did not have the 1/2 inch. And see, this is the one that my neighbor gave me. This one. I went to the Home Depot. That's where he got his kit and got a brand new one, all so I could get this right here. That's all I'm going to use out of there. And that, believe it or not, is the only thing I need, because see, I just push that in, screw that to the wall over there, and that's the quick disconnect. Okay, and they don't have those. So when I was talking to, here's a tip for you, when I was talking to one guy over the phone who's just a barbecue grill company and a backyard place that sells all kinds of stuff, he says, yeah, lots of people when they move, the thing is, when they move and they take their barbecue with them, lots of times they leave the disconnect on there and they forget that, and so everybody's always trying to find one of these. Did you know that? Well, you just can't buy one of those. I bet you maybe Amazon might sell these, I don't know. but nobody in town would, and all that kind of stuff. So this is all I'm gonna need. But here's the funny thing too, my neighbors, it's all set up for 1/2 inch, and I was all ready to go, and this little nipple here is not 1/2 inch, it's 3/8. So whoever hooked up a gas grill on here before, they hooked up to a little pipe like this that was 3/8. They have those at the store too, a 3/8. But this obviously is not going to fit on there, is it? And so I'm like, okay, you see, here it is. This is 1/2 inch right there. Okay, that happens to be 1/2 inch. And I know that because you see how that pipe is bigger in diameter than this one. How could that be? This elbow is a 1/2 inch to 3/8. And it even says on there, look at that. 1/2 and 3/8. It's a reducer elbow. And then that comes out with 3/8. So when I was at the store, I knew I had to get a 1/2 inch female elbow, 90-degree elbow, and a 1/2 inch little pipe nipple. And so when I went to the store, that's what I did. I got a 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch, and then I got the little pipe nipple. Okay, and that's all I need to hook this up. And here's the other thing too: when you're hooking up gas, you've got to use black iron gas piping. See, you might think, I could just get a galvanized nipple. What difference does it make? And I'll use galvanized pipe. This looks like galvanized pipe, but it's not galvanized pipe. This is black iron pipe, and it's designed specifically for hooking up gas piping. You've got to remember to do that whenever you're hooking up gas. Okay, and so there's a few things for you to realize already. And see, here's my shut off, and I know it's off because it's going across like that. When I turn it on, I'm going to pull it straight up, going the same direction as the pipe. But I'm not going to do that until I get everything hooked up. Okay, so yeah, isn't that something? I would have paid $30 for this if I had to. Now they had some exactly like this at the Home Depot that was 3/8, and that was $20. And I thought, okay, they'll have one exactly like that for 1/2 inch, no dice. They don't do it. It's just like some types of cars, you have to go to the dealer to get the part because you can't get it at your local place because maybe that dealer doesn't want you to use an off-brand or something. Well, it's kind of like the same thing. They've kind of figured that out, that they're not going to sell these separately because they know you're going to have to go to the store. You're going to have to buy a whole kit like this, even though you may only need this deal right here. Okay, hope you learned something on that. Okay, so now I've got to get ready to figure out how to hook this up. I guess one of the first things I could do is hook this pipe back onto there. And when my neighbor gave it to me, this pipe was on there, and I didn't take this initially. I didn't take this to the store because I thought, how hard could it be? After the first trip, I figured I need to take this to make sure that my quick disconnect, whatever I get at the store, will fit. Okay, and that's why I ended up taking this. That's why I ended up taking this off, and it didn't have any Teflon tape on it. And I probably don't need Teflon tape, but I'm going to put it on there anyways, just to be on the safe side. I talked to the guy at the hardware store, and he said it's generally a good idea to put Teflon tape on your different fittings, just to be on the safe side. And so I've got to look at this and make the determination of which way to put this on, because at the end of it, see, if I put it on this way, it's going to wrap around. I'm going to pull it off, and it's going to be going this direction. Well, when I tighten up the nut is going to go the other direction. So I always have to kind of think about that. Is there a right and wrong way to do just about anything? Yeah, even when you're putting on Teflon tape. Okay, and so I'm going to give it a few spins, and before I put the nut back on, I'm just doing it over the threads. I'm making sure I don't get it on that little concaved bit. See, now it's going that same direction, and I'm going to put this back on there. See, like that. Okay. Now I've got to tighten that up, and so I have to put a wrench on this to hold this so I can tighten that. Okay. See, that's just my little insurance policy, putting the Teflon tape on. And I'm going to do that on all the things that I connect, just because there's no way I want this thing to leak when I get done, right?